Hey, welcome to my channel where I teach the Bible, and I hope you'll subscribe and hit the bell and make comments and do all the things you can to help me get this out to more people. I'm going to teach on the parable of the sower, and I'm going to do 4 messages on that. And this one is on the rocky soil. I've already done the first one. And it goes like this. In the summertime, man and his family come to church, and they fill out an attendance card. And so the next week, and I lived this out many times, the pastor calls them and invites them to a membership class. And they provide lunch, and the families come and go through the membership class after church one week. And the guy and his wife and their teenage boy and their teenage girl come to the class. And they all really enjoyed it. They understood the gospel. They accepted Christ, and were all baptized the next week. There's great joy in their family. And there's great joy in the church. There's great joy in heaven because the lost child has come back into the sheep pen. Then September comes along and the NFL season kicks in. This man's buddies want to meet for the NFL games like they've done for years. They watch an NFL game and drink beer together, and they eat snacks together and do the guy thing on the NFL games. So he declines on week 1 and said, "No, I need to go to church." And so his buddies harass him and give him a hard time. They're calling him, and they call him names and make fun of him and joke at him. So on week 2, he joins his buddies for football and beer. And he's gone from church for good. What happened? What happened to this guy? Matthew 13, verses 5 and 6. The parable of the sower. And this is the rocky places. Verses 5 and 6 of the 13th chapter of Matthew. Some fell on rocky places where it did not have much soil. It sprang up quickly because the soil was shallow. But when the sun came up, the plants were scorched, and they withered because they had no root. The guy is the soil described by Jesus as rocky places. The first century farmer planted his wheat, usually was what he plants, usually maybe barley, but he planted it by hand, tossing it out on the field. And some seed fell on soil that was shallow. It was shallow because there was rock beneath the surface, a layer of dirt on top of rock. That wheat grew quickly, sprang right up. But the rock kept it from getting a good root system down into a water source so it could keep growing. So when the sun came up, it scorched the plant. And what happened to the plant? The plant died. And Jesus explains the seed on the rocky soil in Matthew 13, 20 and 21. The one who received the seed that fell on rocky places is the man who hears the word and at once receives it with joy. But since he has no root, he lasts only a short time. When trouble or persecution comes because of the word, he quickly falls away. You see it? There it is, This is the guy who receives the word of the gospel with great joy, springs up, starts to grow. He's baptized, all excited about knowing the Lord and all that kind of stuff. But this person doesn't have roots. And when trouble or persecution come along, like football buddies giving you a bad time for missing a game and not drinking beer with him, then he quickly falls away. Like the plant on rocky soil, he withers and dies because he wasn't able to get roots down into this powerful relationship with Christ. Sadly, many people are the rocky soil and don't get roots deep enough in Christ. And you know what? They don't make it. Not everyone does. It's a hard lesson to learn. Not everyone makes it because they don't get roots down into a powerful relationship with Christ. And that's what we all need. We all need that. And if that doesn't happen, they won't make it. And that's hard. We need to do all we can to help people get roots down deep. But at the end of the day, they have to make the choice to do that. I hope you will subscribe, make comments, help me get this message out to more and more people.